Victor and Violet had just broken Jimmy, the vampire hunter. He admitted that Victor and Violet weren't his targets. Instead, he and his partner Thomas were there to hunt the vampire Lucy. Victor grinned. Go on, tell us everything. Jimmy spilled the beans like he was confessing his sins to a priest. It's me, this idiot here, and 3 veteran vampire hunters. An American named Carlos Rice, a Japanese woman named Mizuki, I don't know her last name. At the mention of Mizuki's name, Violet tensed. Mizuki is one of the new generals of the Inquisition. She could easily fight a vampire that's over 500 years old. The last report I heard about her was from Japan, where she single-handedly eliminated 5 clans of noble vampires. Victor was shocked. How many generals are there? Violet reveled in teaching him. 4. Each general is an exceptional force. They are the strongest humans alive. She paused. I don't know how they do it, but it looks like the Inquisition is getting stronger as time goes on. Jimmy rose to his knees and clasped his hands together. The generals are God's chosen warriors. They have eternal youth and many God-given abilities. Violet silenced him. Quiet! Jimmy cowered. Victor shook his head. Chosen by God, huh? Does the God he talks about so much even exist? If so, why doesn't he eliminate vampires himself? After all, isn't he supposed to be an all-powerful being, right? I think someone is using the notion of God to align people under a single purpose. Wouldn't it be the first time God's name was exploited like that? Victor crouched down to Jimmy, ignoring his babbling. And the last hunter, what's his name? Jimmy stopped praying. It's not a him. It's a her. Maria. She's also an American. She's Carlos's partner, but she's gone missing. Victor considered the information. Maria, Carlos, and Mizuki. 3 strong hunters and these 2 bozos. They're putting a lot of effort into hunting a not-so-strong vampire like Lucy. Why? The situation has changed. This has become a dangerous game. And quite interesting. I can't help but smile a little when I think about it. Victor stroked his chin. Why am I having fun in this situation? I'm a newborn vampire. If I were to confront these expert hunters, I would die like a pig being slaughtered. I need to control myself. Violet stared at Victor as he was deep in thought. We can't let them go anymore. Victor nodded. No, we can't. Jimmy shook with despair. But why? I told you everything we know. Please don't kill me. Kill him, but not me. What a coward, but a smart coward, prioritizing his life over his companions. Jimmy's the poster boy of a soldier you wouldn't want in your organization. By comparison, Thomas is a loyal man and hot-headed. He's the perfect pawn. Victor pointed at Thomas. Just out of curiosity, did you choose Thomas as your partner? Jimmy scoffed. No fucking way. God chose us to be each other's companions. Oh, now I get it. The Inquisition brought these 2 together on purpose. They hoped that Thomas's loyalty would rub off on Jimmy. Guess not. Victor copped an innocent smile. Well, I apologize, Jimmy. We can't let you go after all. The situation has changed. But don't worry, we won't treat you badly. Let me test something on this guy. I've always wanted to try this, and now I have the perfect lab rat. Victor kneeled beside Jimmy. Look into my eyes. Jimmy reluctantly complied. Victor's eyes turned blood red. You will do whatever I order. Violet cautioned him. That isn't going to work, darling. They have something that prevents them from being enchanted. Victor whipped his head back to Violet. They do? Violet nodded. We never found out what it is, but the Inquisition has methods that prevent vampires from enchanting their members. Jimmy's eyes suddenly turned blood red as he spoke in a hypnotized tone. Yes, I will. I'll do whatever you order. Violet gasped with excitement. Darling, how did you do that? Before Victor could answer, Thomas leaped to his feet. I'm going to kill you bastards! What did you do to Jimmy? Victor was unperturbed. This man sure has a lot of hatred in him. It can't be a coincidence. He must have a history with vampires. It's personal for him. No doubt he was victimized by a vampire at some point in his past. Thomas began speaking an incantation. Oh God, please! Before he could get further, Victor grabbed him by the neck and lifted him high into the air. Victor cast his red eyes at Thomas. Just shut up and obey me. Thomas trembled in fear. Yes! Victor dropped him to the ground. Victor grinned at the sight of the two hunters under his control. I'm still curious about some things, especially about the spells they used in our last fight. I'll make them tell me everything I want to know. Victor turned to Violet. Let's get them to your mansion. I don't want potential enemies in my parents' house. Violet smiled deviously. I was thinking the same thing, darling. Across town, Kaguya arrived at a presidential suite on the 25th floor of a luxury hotel. She was there to see Sasha, Victor's other wife who he knew nothing about. Kaguya lowered her head in reverence. I heard what happened, Lady Sasha. Sasha was a voluptuous blonde woman with short hair, pale skin, and eyes that constantly shifted from red to blue. She has big breasts, but the features that garnered her the most male attention were her ass and thick thighs. If Ruby had the biggest breast Kaguya had ever seen, Sasha had the biggest butt. Sasha replied through cold, tired eyes. And? Did you come here to give me your pity? Kaguya shook her head. No. Can you tell me what happened? Sasha snarled. This is not your concern. Kaguya's eyes changed to blood red. Wrong. I've known Julia longer than you. She was like a teacher to all the maids who served the houses of the 4 vampire earls. Just as she was a mother to you, she was a mentor to me. This is my loss as well as yours. Sasha backed down. You're right. I'm sorry. Kaguya repeated her question. So, what happened? Sasha's eyes flipped from sapphire blue to blood red. Maid? A blonde maid gently opened a side door and robotically entered the room, landing obediently at Sasha's side. From the meek woman's demeanor, it was clear to Kaguya that Sasha had been abusing her status as master. The blonde maid's hair was tied in a low bun. She had blue eyes and a stern face. She wore long black gloves, so as not to directly touch her master. Kaguya resented Sasha's treatment of this fellow maid, but more importantly, she needed to hear what happened to her mentor, Julia. Sasha took a deep breath. You really want to know what happened to Julia? Kaguya nodded. Tell me. Sasha relented. Fine. It all started after the ritual.